Getting to six figures isn't as difficult as you might think, or as the internet tells you. Because if you're a woman in business, especially a service-based business like a coach, a personal trainer, a nutritionist, a stylist, or maybe you work in beauty, then the internet can get pretty noisy about what you need to do and what you need to do now to have consistent clients. I've been in business for 15 years and I promise you I've tried everything. I've done it all. I've even burnt out and recovered from burnout. But I've been in six figures, multiple six figures many times, and I know that it's not as complicated as it seems. And I've helped many businesses go from 1,500, 3,000 inconsistent months to 10K months or multiple six figures and beyond. So that can happen for you once you understand that it just needs to be simplified and that your effort needs to be going on the right strategy for 2026. I'm Lydia Kimmerling. I'm a master life coach and I'm a business mentor. I have been helping people since 2010 and I help women in service-based businesses scale to six figures with 30 leads in 30 days strategy. But what's really important for me and the women I work with is that we do it without hustle. We do it without pressure and we do it without force. I am so passionate about making sure your business is joyful, that it feels right for you, because it isn't just a cookie cutter method that works for everybody. It has to have some bespoke element that really just fits you and where you're at and the experience that you have. And you know what? If your business is stealing your joy, your peace, your freedom, is it even really a business or is it a cage? Yeah, we don't want you locked in that cage. And what I'm going to share with you today is going to help you evolve and it's going to help you transform your business so that you have more financial freedom and you're not scratching around for breadcrumbs all of the time in this feast or famine, not knowing really what's going to come into your business month to month. There are 7 steps that even if you're starting from scratch will take you to six figures. Step 1 is clarity. I say this over and over to the women in my mentoring program, that if you don't have clarity, you won't have consistency. And I'm not just talking about consistent effort, because yeah, sure, you can show up every day and you can just throw content out there and see what sticks, but isn't that exhausting? You're probably a little tired of that if that's what you're doing. So no, don't do that. Don't do that. Come back to the drawing board, get precision clarity, which is so essential now because it is noisy out there, and watch how this moves your business forward. One audience, one problem, one solution. Simplify it. You need to just know who you serve, why you serve them, and how you serve them. Step 2, your high ticket offer. Oftentimes women who come into my mentorship, they have a number of different things going on and none of them have really ever fully taken off. And so what's happening is when they come to that point of wanting to talk about their service, they are overwhelming their potential client with different options. Like, imagine I'm sat talking to you now and I say to you, oh yeah, okay, so you can work with me in just like a single one-to-one session and that costs 500, or you can do a one-to-one extended period of time, which is like 12 weeks and there's 3 different payment options for that. Or you could also do my mentoring option, which has got 5 different payment options. What do you want? Like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. We get like decision paralysis. I always say this reminds me of when I go back to the UK, because I actually live in Ibiza, which is in Spain, and I go into one of our big supermarkets. There's a Sainsbury's near my parents' house. It's huge. I mean, I don't even think we have a store with an aisle as long as the aisles are in this store. And I usually go in there because I want some chocolate. When I go to the chocolate aisle and I look and all the different variations of chocolate, I get decision paralysis. I'm overwhelmed. I can't choose beyond 3 options because I want them all. So I really have a big problem, and I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the salt caramel, if I really need to have peppermint, or if I should just be a bit wild and have like some sort of chili orange. Like, it's just really confusing. But I know I need chocolate. The same thing happens when we just give too many offers. So I really encourage the women I work with to have a high ticket offer that's irresistible. That's going to be key, really key to moving to 6 figures. And your high ticket offer should really be somewhere between £1,500 to $5,500. If it's dollars, $3,000 to $8,000. It's somewhere around that range. 3, you want to create a content system. This isn't about posting daily just to show up daily, just to be visible. Once you have your offer and you know the exact problem you speak to, all of your content should really add value and help somebody solve that problem. When content adds value in that way, somebody's going to know, wow, if she's giving this away for free, then what she's offering in her program or her service must really be high quality, something even better. And your content should really either speak to their problem, or it should nurture them, or it should move them forward. So you can brainstorm that and just start to have a repeatable 7-day content structure. Step 4 is, once people start resonating and engaging with your content, which they will when you've refined everything, you want to have a way to connect with them. So something to offer that's going to create a bridge of trust. Maybe it's a little mini training, maybe it's another video, maybe it's an ebook. It really doesn't have to be a huge thing, but something that just feels really valuable, that they're going to want to connect with you for. 1, to get to know you better, to know your results and how working with you and using your wisdom helps. But 2 is because it's going to be a bridge into step 5. Step 5 is my favorite, is actually have conversations. Your business is going to dry up if you're not having conversations. And one of the downsides to social media is it kind of kept people behind a screen. It stopped you from actually just speaking to people. But of course, your actual profile, your Instagram profile, your YouTube platform, your TikTok, it's a shop window. That's what it is essentially. And if you only have 200 to 500 followers, imagine having 200 to 500 people stood outside your shop every now and then. Having a look. I like that. Yeah. You would eventually go and say, hi, I saw you liked my post. I saw that you engaged here. I noticed that you watched my story. I checked out your profile and I saw this. Start a conversation with those people, especially, of course, if they've engaged with your free offer that has created that bridge of trust. Now you've got a real reason to engage in conversation with them. Step 6 is implement a simple lead strategy, one that you know you can step into at any point where you notice the flow start to dip. That's where my 30 leads in 30 days comes in. I've said from the beginning of my business that if you can get 30 leads signed up into a call over 30 days, you have sorted your business out. You will definitely convert at least 10 of those leads into clients. And if you have this high ticket offer, then that's a significant amount of cash coming into the business that will sustain you for a good amount of time. Becoming an expert at that strategy is always going to keep the momentum and the wheels turning in your business. And what you really want is consistent clients coming to you. So of course, the more people you've been working with, word of mouth, you've implemented a testimonial system, those people are going to start coming to you. Step 7, the final step. It's obvious, but after you've done all that, sometimes you can forget about the piece that you love the most. Don't forget to just do an incredible job. Really, your excellence, your service, delivering high value is what's going to keep people coming back or bringing people to you. The more value you deliver, the greater the transformation, the better the experience they have with you. I've always said to just go the extra mile. When somebody starts working with me one-to-one, I always send a card and I send a gift, and if it's their birthday, I'll remember that. These small details in business leave a lasting impression, and leave the footprint of your personal brand. So when you see these 7 steps together, it simplifies it, you know? And as with any big mountain to climb, it's always just a step by step by step process. You're not going to take one giant leap and suddenly be there. But if you show up consistently with this 7-step process, you will see results, and you will move out of the inconsistent scratching around kind of months that really leave you in a bit of survival mode, and move into that solidified business model that makes you feel successful and gives you the security that you know you're going to be in a long-lasting, steady and sustainable business. If you've been watching this and you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need, that's where I step in, and I would love to help you. I can tell you more about my mentorship program, where I help you scale to 6 figures using my 30 leads in 30 days strategy. And just so you know that's not some gimmick where you're squeezed into time, because my mentorship is set up in a way that I support you until you get to 6 figures. I really want to see you succeed. I don't want you to give up, and it brings me so much joy to see you feel passionate and successful in your business. If you'd like to find out more, then just say hi below and we can connect, or come say hi over on Instagram at Lydia Kimmerling. Don't leave without dropping a comment what stayed with you from today, and subscribe for more. I'll see you soon.